Hey guys, hello and welcome to another video. So we are already getting the live data inside this Omniscript. So in this video I will be creating a new DataRaptor load so that we can use that for this integration procedure to save the data back to the Salesforce. So without wasting any time, let's go to the DataRaptor and we need to create a new DataRaptor. So I will create a new. For the DataRaptor name I will use save account details and the interface will be load because we want to save the data back to the Salesforce, and because we are working on the JSON input, so I will choose the input type as JSON and the output type in the load interface will always be a S object because it will save the data back to the Salesforce object, so it will be S object only. So I will save this. So whenever you will save any DataRaptor load, you will get interface like this where we need to select the object. So as we are working on the account object, so I will select the account object. After selecting the object, we need to map the fields. So inside this there are two things. One thing is input JSON path and the second thing is domain object field. The input JSON path is whatever the data we are passing from our account card, that is this Omniscript. So let me take the data. So we have these two integration procedure. One is to get the data and second is to save the data. So let me preview this again. So as this context ID is already available there, so it is getting the data of Acme. So one thing you can see here that whenever we are previewing this, an integration procedure action 1 is getting called inside the action debugger. So this is the first thing, like integration procedure is getting called and then the step will be visible and these data are getting displayed. So once I will click on this next, you will see that integration procedure 2 is getting called inside the action debugger. So here if you will expand this, you can see there are two things here which we need to work on, that is the request data and the response. Because we have not configured this integration procedure, so it will get the blank response. We are not getting any data inside the integration procedure result, but we need to check the request data, like what are the data which is getting passed to that integration procedure. So you can see the data, these are the data which are getting passed, and what we need to save the account, we need the account ID, we need the website name and phone, whatever things the user can edit. So basically here you can see that name cannot be editable, but phone and websites are editable. But to save the data, we actually need to update the data. We are actually updating the data, so we need the account ID, but the ID here is not available. But because we are calling this integration procedure 1, whatever data is getting passed from that DataRaptor is inside this request data. So we are getting the account primary contact, account postal code, ID and all these website name and phone. So we need to pass the ID so that we can update the record, and we need to pass the updated fields value so that we can put that value and it will update the record. What I will do here is I will copy this whole data. And because we are passing all these data from here, so I will copy this all data and I will go to the save account details DataRaptor, and here you can see on the right hand side we have input JSON, like whatever input is coming from any Omniscript we can put it here. So I will paste the same JSON here, and what we can do is these things are not like required for us. So the things which are not required for us, we can delete them. So these things are not required, so I will delete these things, and we need the account ID and this website, the name and phone number. So I will keep that and I will remove these things. So this is our resultant JSON which we need. So once we will get this, we need to click on this quick match, and here you can see the output mappings. Output mapping is basically the fields which are available on the account, object. So we need to map these things. So what I will do is I will map the ID with the ID. I will drag this account ID onto this account ID. Because the name is read only field in the Omniscript, so either we can map it with the name or we can leave it. So I will map the phone. So I will choose the phone here, and I will drag a phone on this, and I will use a website. So I will drag it over the website. So once these things are done, we will click on this save. So one more thing to notice here, that while creating this field, we need to keep in mind that whether it is going to create a new record or it will update the existing record of the Salesforce. To make that feature available so that it can update the record, we need to choose this upsert key. So this account ID will act as upsert key, and first of all it will check that whether this account ID is already available in Salesforce org or not. If it is already available, then it will update the records, and if it is not available, then it will create a new record. And we also need to check this is required for upsert. Always whenever it will check for the upsert, this account ID will be required. So I will close this, and once you will go to this preview, okay, so there is no input here. So let me go back to this, and here I can copy all this data from here, and I will go to the preview and I will paste the same input which is coming from the Omniscript. So you can see that this ID is the real ID, and this is, I think, the Acme ID. So let me execute this. If I will execute this, you can see that the same ID is getting returned from there, and once I will click on this, it will open a new page which will show me the details of that account. So after clicking on that ID, you can see that it has opened me the account details inside the Vlocity Digital Studio application, and the data are same, like the phone number, the website, and whatever the things available are the same. So what we can do is we can edit this Acme website from com to in. So if I will make any changes here, and if I will execute it again, it will return me that same thing. And if I will open it again, you can see that the website is now acme.in, but in previous it was acme.com. So you can see that our DataRaptor load is working fine. Whatever data we will change inside this Omniscript, and if you will click on this next, it will call an integration procedure, and that integration procedure will call this DataRaptor load, and the data will be saved inside the Salesforce. That's it for this video. In the next video, we will create an integration procedure, and then we will link that integration procedure with this DataRaptor load, and we will embed that integration procedure inside this Omniscript, so that we can save the data, whatever the things the user has changed inside this inputs. If you find this video helpful, please like the video and do subscribe to my channel.